The Atlanta Falcons are continuing to upgrade the defensive side of the football. Today, they added one of my favorite defensive linemen, really of all time, Calais Campbell, former Baltimore Raven, Jacksonville Jag, Arizona Cardinal, the 36-year-old interior defensive lineman Calais Campbell has signed a one-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons to join the newly acquired David Onyemata, the returning Eddie Goldman, and of course, the steady and reliable Grady Jarrett on the interior of this Atlanta defense. Atlanta has made quite a few moves to upgrade this defense this offseason. Jesse Bates in the secondary, Caden Ellis at linebacker, and now they've added Calais Campbell up front. I still think Calais Campbell can play at least one more year in this NFL and play at a high level. And he was signed to add some leadership, experience, and yes, also really good football to this locker room and this team. Calais Campbell last season, believe it or not, still played at a top 20 level at his position. According to Pro Football Focus, he was the 15th best, highest graded interior defensive lineman in football. He also had 2 forced fumbles, 5.5 sacks in only 14 games. He didn't even play a full season, still had 5.5 sacks from the interior of Baltimore's defensive line, had those 2 forced fumbles, ranked as the 11th best run defender for his position. And the guy is just an ageless wonder. And a lot of it, I think, comes down to his size. Calais Campbell is a massive human being. Like, there are not many people that look like Calais Campbell in the NFL or even really on Earth, right? This guy is somewhere between 6'6" and 6'8", and he's a slim 300 pounds. Like, this guy could easily be 400, and he wouldn't even really look that fat, okay? He wouldn't even really look that overweight. He looks like a slim 300, okay? That's Calais Campbell for you. And Calais Campbell, throughout his career, has played on the inside. He's played on the outside, meaning he's played on the edge. He's been an edge rusher before. He's played 3 technique. He's sometimes played on the nose. You know, this guy plays everywhere, okay? And that's just, to me, a Hall of Fame talent. Like, I can't speak any higher about an interior defensive lineman than I do about Calais Campbell. He's a professional. He's a great human being. Walter Payton Man of the Year. He's a great leader. He's extremely experienced in big games. I mean, the guy's done it all, really, except win a Super Bowl. Now, I don't think Atlanta is in position to win a Super Bowl this year, unless you get Lamar. But we're not going to talk about the whole Lamar thing right now. I want to make a separate video about that when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons and why I'm upset why they're not making a move. But overall, man, I love this move for Atlanta. And I really think they're the most upgraded, improved defense in all of football. I mean, just looking at their depth chart, now you have an interior 3 of Calais Campbell, who can play a variety, like he could play all over that line. You've got Grady Jarrett, and you've got David Onyemata. That's a stellar inside 3, okay? And depending on which front you're in, you're going to see a different combination of those players. Onyemata's more of the big nose tackle type. Grady Jarrett and Calais Campbell playing beside David Onyemata as more of the uphill pass rush guys, right? And then if you move into a nickel 4-man front, That's where you can be creative with what you do, because Calais Campbell can play on the edge if you want. He can sprinkle in on the interior and rush from there. You can give David Onyemata a break. And we also know that Onyemata, part of this move is also, giving some depth for him because he does tend to miss a few games every year. And Grady Jarrett a rest. And then you also have Big Eddie Goldman, if he's anything close to what he was before he took a rest from the NFL, or retirement, you would say, from the NFL. Eddie Goldman could also be a good football player. And then on top of that, you still got Graham. I'm looking at the depth chart. So, that's a really good interior. Could you still use some edge rush help? Yes. I like Lorenzo Carter, but he's not really a great pass rusher. He's more of like a hybrid edge player that can do some coverage and some run defense and some blitzing and things of that nature. But I think what Atlanta's looking for is a strong interior push, interior pass rush, have those athletic edge players, maybe some blitzing from the second level, and some sort of form of like a Baltimore Raven-esque type of style of defense, New Orleans Saints style of defense, as they've kind of stolen, one of their guys to be this new defensive coordinator here in Atlanta. So I still think they could use some edge help, but you see what they're trying to build here. Better run defense, better coverage on the back end, and then they're going to be aggressive up front. They've got the corners, right? Casey Hayward on the outside, AJ Terrell on the outside, Jesse Bates, the roaming free safety. They've got enough there to make this work now. I really think they need to go aggressive for Lamar or a quarterback early in this draft. But even if you go aggressive early in the draft, I think Lamar would be the solution, but that's just me. Enough about Lamar, though. This is a guy that played with Lamar, so that may help in your negotiations if you want to look that way. Calais Campbell, he's well respected, but this guy's done it all, man. And I think he's going to help Atlanta play at a high level, at least a better level defensively this year. And right now, this is like that sleeper defense I see on paper. As long as they can stay healthy, I think they're going to improve. And they could be the most improved unit on this side of the ball in the NFL. They've desperately needed the help. Calais Campbell will certainly do so. A mammoth of a man, a great guy, a great leader, a great run defender, still can get it done as a pass rusher, and is going to complement the rest of the defensive line, the versatility off the charts, and is going to elevate everybody around him with his presence. So Calais Campbell signs a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's Mitch of the Bottom Line View. Thanks for watching this video. And don't forget to check out the rest of the Atlanta Falcons and NFL content coming out. I will be speaking about my thoughts about what's going on with Atlanta and why are they not chasing Lamar Jackson. I'll let you know very soon, so make sure you subscribe. It's Mitch. Thanks for watching. Peace.